the theory that most people sort of rather lazily, I think, believe, or is put forth by the newspapers, is that when the Dangerous Wild Animals Act came in 1976, all the people in Britain who had exotic big cats in their care just let them go, rather than have to pay the licence fee, which is what the Dangerous Wild Animals Act specified you had to do. But when you think that there must have been a minute number of people keeping mystery big cats in Britain at that time. I mean, when I say not mystery, just big cats, leopards, black leopards. If you had a black panther, far from letting it go, you would sell it, because a black panther at that time cost the same price as a Mini, a car. £500 is just what it cost in the 1960s, or 70s rather. So A, you'd sell it to a zoo or something like that. And B, the fact is that these black animals are seen from Cornwall to the northernmost shores of Scotland, and weirdly on the Scottish islands, like the island of Mull, for instance. I think there's 5 very, very well attested sightings from the Isle of Mull. How did it get there? Or how did they get there? It's just not feasible. Not only that, but it wasn't illegal at that time to release wild animals into the wild. I mean, it is now. But they could have come forward. I mean, television programs and newspapers were always asking if people had let loose any big cats, into the countryside. And they could have come forward and said, yes, we did. They couldn't have been prosecuted. It wasn't illegal at that time. I think they were paid by newspapers because you think they would have provided photographs, wouldn't you?
Photographs of?
Letting loose their panthers.
I mean, well, I don't know. I'm not sure if I would. I'm not sure if I'd take a photo of it.
Well, in any case, they apparently released pumas, and certainly there's a man claimed to have released 2 in Scotland, and one was found dead, and the other one was caught. She was called Felicity, and she was recaptured and put in a zoo, where she lived out her days, and obviously she was tame.
I'd read somewhere that a black leopard was a bit of a status symbol within sort of the criminal underworld.
Absolutely, you can imagine that. Well, there's no evidence for it, but you can imagine it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've not come across anything that suggests that black leopards were kept specifically more than any other creature.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and so releasing
a black leopard is a handful, You have to put yourself out to keep hold of a black leopard, don't you?
Yeah. And so you think people, instead of releasing them, people would have just sold them to zoos?
Well, yes, or sell them to anyone, I mean, they're very valuable creatures.
Yeah, that's interesting. So
if you had big cats, spotted leopards and black leopards, you'd let loose, if you wanted to let some loose, you'd let loose the spotted ones and sell on the black one, which would be valuable. So you'd think that the world would be populated with these spotted panthers, but they're never seen. You only ever see black ones.